We are up and running for Thursday. Why don't we go ahead, Air Cadet McGee, and let us get going here.
Flight, Hudson, Hut. Element 1, report.
All present, accounted for, sir.
Element 2, report.
All present and accounted for, sir.
Pledge.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Seats.
Okay, guys, welcome back. Today is Thursday, the last recording of the week. We're going to finish up Chapter 4, and we actually have our test on Monday. So we'll be doing the CPS test during the Leadership Lab 13, isn't it? Yes, 13 on Monday. So we're going to go ahead and finish up our actual presentation of World War II. The test is mainly vocabulary. So look in the Lesson 1, Lesson 2 vocabulary, and concentrate on that. And it'll be a CPS test over in the other room. Everybody please open up your books. Let's see, Close Air Support and D-Day. Where are we here? I guess first of all I need to make sure everybody knows about the schedule. Monday, today's Thursday. Monday, what clothes do we wear?
Full service.
Full service dress or t-shirt for the orientation year, guys. So absolutely dressed up. It's a normal uniform day Monday. Because it's our picture day, and at APT time, you're going to be called out, and actually everyone is going to probably go to the bleachers, is what I think now, and we will be taking a joint full picture of everyone. During the actual class hour, during this hour, we'll be going over here and taking a judgment flight picture with Colonel DeKemper and I. Okay, that's Monday. Friday, the day before Veterans Day weekend. What do we wear? Full service dress. Please get rid of your bubble gum. Full service dress on Friday. That's because that's Veterans Day. And then during APT hour again, we're going to be called out, and you will have a formation of the entire Corps at the flagpole for a Veterans Day orientation or Veterans Day ceremony. You'll get credit for both of those uniform days, and we'll give you credit the next week because you only have to wear a uniform once a week. Okay? All right. Here was our air plan for World War II to achieve air superiority and air interdiction. What is air interdiction, Cadet Haslam?
The act of cutting or destroying an enemy's massive firepower.
How do you do that? Well, I don't know, sir. How do you do it? This is page 145 in your book, guys. Yes, sir. Brute force. But what is it? What does it mean? What exactly is an air interdiction?
An overwhelming amount of force to break through the enemy's line and to pretty much hit them from behind.
Does it say destroying an enemy's advance or breaking through their line?
Destroying enemy's advance.
Doesn't say anything about breaking through a line. Say, so what is air interdiction? Yes.
Hitting major targets that support the enemy's military strength.
And destroys their ability to advance. So, in your book, it talks specifically about supply routes, railroads, bridges, highways, warehouses, troops, and means of communication. Okay? So it didn't have the tanks of a blitzkrieg would break through the enemy's lines.
Yes, sir.
But with an air power, our game plan was interdiction. And this game plan is still today, if we have a war, and it also was very much a big part of my flying jets during the 80s and 90s, where my targets were railroads, factories, bridges, very famous bridges that we targeted. And the idea was to wipe them out so they could not advance. This is all planned. What is close ground support, guys?
Where aircraft bombs strapped within enemy territory and provided an aerial shield for allied infantry.
What does it mean, though? What is close ground support? Okay, Kramer.
Close ground support?
Wake up. Page 145. Okay, Bean. What's close ground support?
When aircraft strafe enemy territory and provide an aerial shield,
Well, what are you doing?
you're preventing the enemy troops from killing your troops.
Ding, 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 ding. Yay! Colonel Cleese is happy. That's exactly right. You're basically helping the ground troops, the Army. And, oh, by the way, in World War II, we were part of the Army, right? And so, yes, close ground support still exists to this day. Do we do that in Afghanistan right now? You have F-16s. When our guys are pinned down, they say, please, please, come help us. And we go, and we generally don't strafe, because it's very dangerous in mountains. But we'll drop laser-guided bombs and hit this side of the river or ravine or the highway, and all our good guys are over here. So we help out the ground support in direct application of war weapons or weapon. Long-range bombing. This was sort of invented because we finally did have long-range bombers. And we hit deep inside of Germany and Japan and destroyed their ability to wage war. There was a very famous general, Curtis LeMay, who figured out something that they talk about on page 1. It was on 149, I believe. Yeah, 149, the combat box formation and formation bombing. General LeMay's bombers were being lost, and they haven't quite figured out how to have the range of fighters or pursuit aircraft to accompany them, and they were doing their bombing during daylight hours. So General LeMay called it the combat box formation, which is all the fighters getting together just like this. And the theory was I would shoot the bad guys off of your tail and you shoot them off of my tail. And everybody would stay exactly in this one box and you could protect each other. They did it out. They measured it out with distances of their guns, and it was all a perfect situation. The lead bomber had the best pilot and the best navigator and the best co-pilot. And so when one navigator would draw it on, oh, by the way, these formations were huge, right? Huge, hundreds of these bombers. And when the first navigator, Conrad Carroll, you're the lead navigator, the best lieutenant I ever had, he's up there navigating, and he goes, 3, 2, 1, pickle, because the button that actually used to drop bombs with sort of looked like a pickle. And you had the pickle button, then what would number 2 through 99 bombers do?
Start to drop.
Right. They would see him drop, and they go, okay, time to drop. Boom. How accurate is that? From 30,000 feet. With wind, over the overcast. This is Europe. It's never clear. And so, yeah, we had like 5-mile circular error of probability of impact. You know, you missed by about 5 miles. You're doing good. And hey, you're doing well because you're dropping, what? I don't know, 12 bombs per plane, hundreds of planes. I mean,
1,200 bombs.
I mean, you think about it, it's pretty amazing. But the theory, so therefore look at the bottom statement. Bombs dropped from aircraft flying close together will land close together. That sounds dumb nowadays because we have one plane that goes through and you drop off 12 bombs and go zink, and they hit 12 targets, boom, dead. Not the fact that, well, I don't really know where I am and I'm going to trust him to drop it. What happens if that first navigator gets lost? 100 planes get lost.
Let's see what this does. It's like
all the pickles, bombs, everything goes. And that really did happen. What does the word fratricide mean? Fratricide. Yes, sir.
Attacking your own.
You think we ever killed any of our own in World War II?
Yes, sir.
All the time.
All the time. Because of that exact situation. Cadet Carroll's a sharp dude, and he looks down there and he goes, Looks like a river and the bridge to me. Pickle! 47 planes, 47 more planes, 48 total, drop all their bombs. And then he turns around and he goes, oh my gosh, there was the bridge. And he missed it by 17 miles. And why did he miss it? Well, the winds were supposed to be 20 miles an hour. And he got there and started flying, and they were 40 miles an hour. He didn't know back then. So, I mean, this happened a lot. It doesn't happen much anymore because of our technology. But I'm just saying that war was nothing like you could imagine, okay, with today's world. All right.
People died in training airplanes.
That's really the truth. You would not believe. All right, so let's review real quickly World War II. When did the Germans attack Pearl Harbor there, Cadet Navarro? When did the Germans attack Pearl Harbor? He didn't get the joke, does he? Sir, the Germans didn't attack Pearl Harbor. They attacked it in a movie. Just kidding. All right, so no, the Germans did not attack Pearl Harbor. The Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. December 7th, 1941. Okay? And then the Allies in World War II, you got to know what those are. You got to know what the Axis powers were. And you got to know that really air power helped decide the entire war. Do you think this is an Air Force Junior ROTC? Do you think the Army Junior ROTC teaches that air power was the key to victory?
No,
No. So history, even in America's Department of Defense, probably said that air power helped. But men on the ground, Battle of the Bulge, walking across there to wipe out Hitler. That was the key to victory, right? What about the Navy? You know what? We're going to have a Navy captain, I think he's a captain, come speak to us, a colonel in the Navy. He's going to come speak to us right before Thanksgiving. And we need to write down these questions we're going to ask him. Ask him, what was the key to America winning World War II? What would he say?
Navy.
The Navy.
Yeah, we hauled everybody 21 miles across the English Channel and we saved the day. The Battle of Midway, man, that won the war. So, ask him. That'd be very good. So anyway, I'm telling you this Air Force Junior ROTC that the key to victory, guys, was what? Air power. Hoorah, hoorah. Okay. All right, so tactical operations, strategic operations, build a combat box, and we will talk about some other things. Okay, good. Everybody clear on that? Any questions about the test coming up on Wednesday for you guys, Monday for everybody else? What am I covering? Yes, sir.
What was the biggest battle in World War II?
Are you talking Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Russians? Probably the Russians.
In general, what battle lost the most?
I don't know. Great question.
Well, I'm talking about either side. I mean,
Wouldn't it be D-Day, sir?
Well, D-Day was one day, but it really was about, 5 days? I mean, it took a while. We didn't just walk over there in one day, wipe out everybody, walk on board. We thought we were going to lose it there for a few days. Most killed in action in World War II battle. I don't know. I'm going to Google it here and see what we find. It says Pacific War was 100,000 people dead. But again, which one battle? Battle of Bulge. Well, that wasn't one day either. That was about 2 or 3 days. The Russians lost 20 million people.
Holy crap.
But it wasn't one day. It wasn't one day. Okay. So I'm not sure. One of you guys could look that up. That'd be super. But basically, it says here, just like we read, it's about 60 million people died in World War II. 60 million. So that's kind of sad.
How many lived in America?
I don't know. All right. Where's my Cadet McGee? Who's my speaker today? My public speaking with 3 main points. I tell you what, first of all, why don't we critique the first one, me, plus the first, we had 6 already? So what are some comments we can talk about that we've learned from watching our friends and foes speak. Yes, sir. Cadet Kramer.
Spiders are scary.
Speak louder. What'd you say?
Spiders are scary, sir.
That is maybe true to some wimpy people. But what about public speaking techniques? Public speaking techniques. Constructive criticism. Yes, sir.
Don't turn your back to the audience. Make sure you keep your voice loud.
And you know what? When you're being recorded for online and you turn your back, I've listened to it. You can't hear anything. Okay? So you guys got to speak up and speak to the audience and speak to my magic spaceship here I talk into. What else? Cadet Pektovich.
Don't stand in front of your writing on the board.
That's a great point. Don't stand in front of the writing. I have the big screen up here so you can sort of see where you are, and I'll move it around. Good point. What else?
Not to stutter.
Don't stutter. You know, like stutter. I used to stutter a good bit, but it really is just practice. The more you practice, the less you stutter. So that's why I'm embarrassing you guys and sticking you up here. Yes, sir. Cadet Haslam.
I didn't raise my hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Cadet Kramer.
Try to reduce the amount of time to say or like.
That's a great point. You know, when I was in one class, I think I was in high school, and we started doing this type of thing, I would say, and the teacher got mad at me. And she put it, somebody, of course, it was blackboards back then, or green boards, I guess. And they'd stand over there, and I had my friend, Cadet Johnson, every time I'd say, he'd go 1, 2, 3, and he would count how many times I said it in the 5-minute speech. So, what about falling asleep? Is that a good technique in class?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't everybody turn around and look at Cadet Overton there? Wake up! Wake up! I'm sorry, I just had to do that. All right. Okay, yes, sir.
And about what you said about stuttering takes practice. I remember when I was a freshman and I did this, I was stuttering a lot, but then now I don't.
What class were you in when I made you do this?
Devil dogs, sir.
But I mean, it's PE, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there you go. You've matured also. That you've grown up. Believe it or not, you've grown up. Yes, sir.
That's like put the 3 things you're going to talk about on the board first, not as you go along. Write the 3 things down, then talk about them.
That's right, because by the time you write the third one, guess what? It's 3 minutes. You're gone. You're out of there. All right, let's go. Who's next on the hit parade? Cadet McGee. Cadet Haslam, front and center here. Let me get this smiley face on here. Everybody, a round of applause. Cadet Overton, you can stand up if you want to wake up. It's completely acceptable there. All right. Okay. Cadet Haslam, only about 40 million people are looking at you right now.
That'd be insane.
Y'all know who, hold it, this is an aside. Do you know who Psy is in Ganjaman? Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style.
I just learned about that over this weekend.
Oh my goodness.
It is really, really hilarious.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was rather humbled because, you know, all these videos that I make you watch in order to get your grade, some of the great ones have 17 views.
Sounds like a
And how much? And Psy, who is now famous, so he's a South Korean.
He has almost 1 billion.
Well, I thought it was like 600 million views for one video.
It changes every night.
I know. You're right. But I just say it's too funny. All right, guys, give them your attention. Cadet Haslam, rock and roll. You are being timed right now.
Okay, so my speech today is sort of deal with the Air Force since this is Air Force JOTC. So my talk today is going to be on the F-22 Raptor to Air Force's super fighter. And my 3 main points I'll be discussing about will be stealth, agility, and first of all, who knows what stealth is? Kramer.
Is the slyness in your movement like the secretness of something?
Sort of. For aircraft, it's the ability to fly without being detected by radar. So, the F-22, since it was born in the middle of the Cold War, was built specifically to penetrate the Soviets' air defense system. So it had to have a really stealthy design. So to compare it with others, modern Russian fighter like the Su-30 has a radar cross-section, or RCS, of about 4 square meters. And the F-22, in comparison, has an RCS of about 0.0001 square meters. So pretty much, if you think about the size of a bumblebee, that's about how big an F-22 would appear on radar. So and it has not been beaten by any other aircraft yet. Okay, my second point I'll be talking about will be the F-22's agility. It was mostly designed for long-range combat, but it had to dominate close-in dogfighting too. So the Air Force gave it a design they called thrust vectoring. I'm going to draw a little diagram here. So normal engines, the thrust just comes right out the back, and if you try and turn tight, it decreases your speed. But F-22, with its thrust vectoring, if it tries to turn, for example, if it were to turn left and it was in a bank, the nozzles would go up like this and alter the angle of thrust, so it could keep its speed but still have unbelievable agility. And today it still is pretty much the most agile fighter. And number 3. Okay. So number 3, its weapon system is pretty formidable. It was designed mostly for long-range combat, so let me see if I can get a sort of a view of its belly. I know that's pretty poor. So right in the middle here it has what? 3 minutes? Okay. I'm trying to speed this up. So right in the middle it has a single weapons bay. It'll have 6 long-range missiles that can strike targets over 100 miles away, but it can take 4 of these out and put in 2 little bombs. And then 2 bays right here that each hold 1 missile for close-in dogfighting, and then has like a little gun right sort of up here. And so, are there any questions before I really end this up? Kramer?
So you're saying the F-22 is most stealthy?
Yes.
What about isn't there a plane called like the Black Hawk or the Blackbird or something?
Yeah, the F-117 Nighthawk, it's only about, F-22 is probably 10 to 20 times as stealthy as that.
Oh, really?
Okay, I think my time's up, so I guess that's it.
All right, give him a round of applause. Great job. Next.
Yeah, John.
Great job, Cadet Haslam.
Good job.
Ready, Colonel?
Ready? Ready.
All right. I am Joey Johnson, and I am going to talk to you about swim. That's a wonderful. All right. First, I'm going to talk about practice. And then I'm going to talk to you about meets. And then, finally, I'm going to talk to you about the people. So, swimming is the first sport of the year, and there's basically no tryouts. I mean, if you want to swim, you can go ahead and swim. Sorry, get in there. And then there's different lanes. There's about 6, I think, lanes, and it's kind of equal to like how fast you are. So if you're like really fast, you're going to be like in lane 1 to like 3, and then the slower people get a different workout, just so they can catch up and like you work at your own pace. It's only difficult if you make it difficult. If you want an easier day, you can go on like a slower lane and do maybe like the same distance but a slower pace. There's lots of different ways you can swim. There's 4 styles, I think. and then there's about like 10 events or something like that. But it really suits a lot of people. Meets are a really great way to meet new people from like other areas, and it's really fun to connect to your team. You get out of school, which is awesome, and then you like spend the whole day like suntanning or whatnot, and then you have like 2 or 3 events. It's really fun. It's fun if you take it seriously, but I mean, if you're just jacking around and Coach Bridget, which is a coach, sees you, she'll get kind of angry. So take it seriously. And then the people that you meet, there's a pretty wide range of people who swim, anywhere from gothic kids to very religious. But anyways, if you ever want to meet friends, swim is a way to go. Every meet you kind of get to know more about them. Every practice, you learn a lot about everyone. I'm just going to add more detail, I suppose. So practice is 5 days a week, and it kind of goes around your schedule. And it's not too hard. It's fun. Yeah, go ahead.
Is it a requirement that you wear a Speedo?
No, it is not. Most guys like it. I myself wear a Speedo because...
What is the justification behind that? Why do you like it?
It's less clothing, and
Makes you go faster.
in some cases, yeah. Yeah?
What kind of fabric is the Speedo made out of?
There's a lot of different kinds you can buy it from.
Is it leather Speedos?
Is there what?
Leather Speedos?
No, there's not leather Speedos. Yeah.
Have you ever almost died swimming?
Almost ever died. I started to black out once because we do activities, right? And we try to see how long you can hold your breath. And I started to see the tunnels, so I figured I should probably breathe. But no, you don't die. Yeah.
Is it true that a lot of swimmers shave their legs?
Yes, I myself did for sectionals. Also, armpits and all that good stuff. It does shave off time. If you're worried about that, a lot of people didn't. I think there was like 6 of us that did out of the 14, 15 guys. But anyways, so thank you. My name's Joey again.
Round of applause. Who's next? Give him credit for this, McGee, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Hello, I'm Cadet Trevor Navarro. Today I'm going to be talking about track and field. And my first point is going to be the events. The good and bad of track and field. And my third point is going to be the coaches. So first, the events. Track and field has a wide variety of events. The field events are the shot put and the discus. You also have pole vaulting and high jump. I personally like high jump myself. And then you have the running events. You've got short distance running events, long distance running events. The long distance ones are terrible, and I don't know how those kids do it. I only do the 100 and 200 because they're fast and easy. Then the good and the bad. The good, it's super fun. It's great to socialize. You meet a lot of people. It's never a dull time in track. You get a good workout. The bad, there's always time to screw around, and a lot of people take advantage of it. And so sometimes it can get a little out of control when people are just doing their own thing and not doing what they're supposed to. the coaches. The coaches range in skill of their level of being able to coach you. You have very good coaches that know what they're talking about, and then you've got coaches that break people's ankles and give you major calf injuries, and you can't do high jump anymore. Yes.
Did that happen to you?
I didn't break my ankle. I did get calf injuries though. The good. Also, you got a lot of opportunities to socialize at meets, and you've got a lot of downtime. You get to cheer on your friends. You meet new people from all over. There's a lot of cute people. Everybody's wearing short shorts, so I mean.
Am I pretty cute?
Well, I can't answer that. So, yeah, that's my talk. Thank you.
Wait,
3 minutes. Oh, you just barely made it. Go ahead.
define people.
People?
Alrighty, a round of applause. We have 4 minutes. Who's next? Cadet? McGee.
Yeah.
Let's go, guys. Give me somebody else. Stand up. Let's volunteer. This is supposed to be fun. We're all having fun, Cadet McGee.
Yes, sir.
Ready, set, go.
My name is Brian McGee, and today I'm going to talk on how much I like sweats. Because I put some on this morning, and on my way to school today, I was like, wow, sweats are very comfortable. So, nice. Making sure. Okay, my first point is going to be how comfortable. Second is going to be how easy you can put them on. And third, and then the third topic is going to be style. Different ways you can wear your sweats. How comfortable they are. It ranges from the type of material your sweats are. They could be very comfortable, or if they're made out of wool or something like that, then they're going to kind of be a little bit scratchy. But usually the inside is very nice and smooth and feels really nice. Like,
You spelled comfortable wrong.
I don't care. And they're just extremely comfortable. You can sleep in them. You can wear them to school because you're not dress code. You can wear them anywhere you want. And how easy they're to put on? They're extremely easy. There's no buttons. There's no zipper. Unless you get like a pair that's too big, you're gonna have to tie the little string inside so they don't fall off. But usually I get them so they can just slip on and I don't have to tie anything. And style. You can wear them different ways, all the way down, your legs. Just all the way down, it kind of gets hot sometimes. So when you get too hot, you can just pull them up because they're stretchy, so they stay up. You don't have to roll them or anything. And it's still comfortable, unless you got those scrungy things on the bottom that are really tight, then you kind of have to stretch them out to be able to be comfortable around your legs. And there's also different styles where they're loose at the bottom, and those are nice styles, but they usually remind me of yoga pants. But and that's sweats. and that's why I love them. Russell.
What brand of sweatpants would you recommend?
Hazel?
The fact you can't come with one sweatpant leg up and half up and the other totally down has something to do with style.
Yeah, it does. It's my own style. I like it like this. I don't know. What's like this?
Why not, under Johns, or whatever they're called.
Long johns.
Under.
What are those?
No, why
Long
not?
johns.
Why are those sweats instead of long johns?
Because long johns are more of like underwear.
That it? Round of applause. Yay! All right, game is over today, guys.
How long have you been wearing sweatpants, sir?
Today?
Attention, let's go. Get everybody out of here. Let's get everybody out of here.
Hut! Attend hut! Dismiss.
Go do great.